Let's experience a few cat-cows. So connect to your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Come into a cow. Allow your abdomen to drop, your chin to lift, and exhale. Pull your navel toward the spine. Round your upper back. Cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then just continue that a few times on your own. Just getting the spine to move a little bit today and wake up a little bit. And then come to a neutral spine. And we'll open up the shoulder a little bit. On your inhale, raise your right arm up toward the sky. And then exhale, bring your right arm underneath the left. Bring your right shoulder to the floor and your right ear to the floor. If you want to come into a half bind, I don't mind. You can bring your left hand behind you, or you can keep your left hand on the floor, up to you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, if you have it in a half bind, lift your left arm up and then place your left hand down. Then press into your left hand and lift your right arm into the air, opening up your right shoulder to the right side. And then exhale, place your right hand on the ground or the block. Then on your inhale, lift your left arm up into the air. Look over to the left a little bit. Then bring your left arm underneath the right, left shoulder to the floor, left ear to the floor. If you came into a half bind on the right side, come into a half bind on the left side. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. If you're in a half bind, lift the right arm up, then place the right hand down. Press into the hand, lift the left arm up. Open up the chest, and then place the left hand on the floor. Then push the seat back to the heels, coming into like a child's seat. Reach your arms forward, press into your index knuckles, lift your knees up. Come into downward facing dog from here. Yeah. And just continue to breathe. And you can pedal out your feet. Maybe the hamstrings are a little tight today. But then after you pedal out the feet, come to a kind of a stillness and push into the hands, moving the chest up and back, and the sit bones lift up, extending not just through the lower hamstrings where the hamstring attaches to the Achilles heel, but actually where the hamstrings attach to the sit bones. So there's a little pelvic tuck at the top of your down dog. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale. Soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Press the palms down. Let the head be heavy. Modified Uttanasana. Blocks are great. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. And then gently soften the knees. Heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Come into a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms and squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then inhale, place the hands on the floor and lift the hips back up. I know, it's like you think you're going to sit down because I always do that. Then heel toe your feet together to the big toes and heels touch. Your feet kind of come together. And then soften your knees and roll one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position, coming all the way up. And then once you're all the way up, reach your arms up toward the ceiling alongside your ears. And then take your right hand, reach over and grab your left wrist. And then on your inhale, lengthen through the left side of your body and exhale, side bend over to the right. Stretching the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift back up to center. Release your left wrist. Switch hands. Left hand holds onto right wrist. Lengthen through the right side of the body. And then exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, lift back up, release your wrists, bring your hands behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist. Now, if that's hard, you can always use a strap or a belt. Soften your elbows a little bit and then roll your scapula down toward the spine, but then down the back. Then re-extend your arms and lift your arms away from the body, just opening up the front of the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then gently lower the arms, release the hands, and then bring the hands together in prayer and rise on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels up like you're in high heel shoes. Okay? Then start to descend your seat towards your lifted heels. So start to bend your knees. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. Remember, Mula Bandha's engaged. And then as you come all the way down, reach your arms forward toward the center of the room. Open up your knees. Come sit down by placing your hands on the floor. All right. And we're going to chant Loka. I think everybody here knows most of these chants. So we'll chant Loka Samasta Sukhi No Bhavantu, which is, if you want to look at that, that is on page 16. And then we're going to flip over to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras to page 46. And we'll chant from chapter 4, the chapter on absolute freedom, and we will chant number 15 at the bottom of the page. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 3 times. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now look at page 46. So we'll do this as a call and response. I'll sing first and you. Vastu, vastu, samye, samye, chitta, chitta, bedat, bedat, tayor, tayor, vibhakata, vibhakata, pantaha, pantaha, vastu samye, vastu samye, chitta bedat, chitta bedat, tayor vibhakata, tayor vibhakata, pantaha, pantaha, vastu samye, chitta bedat, tayor vibhakata, pantaha. Your turn. Vastu samye chitta bedat tayor vibhakata pantaha. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Vastu samye chitta bedat tayor vibhakata pantaha. Each person will perceive and interpret an object. And an object could be anything, right? This class is an object, like the world is an object. Our idea of cosmic consciousness is an object. Each person will perceive an object in a unique way according to their state of mind. All objects are empty and only appear through the lens of the individual's projections, right? So in reality, this, Patanjali is telling you what the seed of all conflict is. Like what causes all conflict. And all conflict is caused by otherness, right? And otherness is meaning also that you and I don't see things in the same way because we've had an other experience. My experience is different from your experience. But it even goes like really deeper than that. You can have a situation where a person says something, right? Like you're in the room with them, a group of people are in the room, and someone says something, and then everybody in the room says they hear something different, right? Like like people will say, I heard them say this, and I heard them say that. And all of a sudden there's a conflict going on. I had a situation like that recently where I was talking to a group of people, and I was talking about veganism, right? And why veganism is important to your yoga practice. And I came from a tradition that veganism was important, but it was also kind of promoted as a way that like you could achieve enlightenment, that if you became vegan, you could become enlightened. As I practiced, I met a lot of people who were vegan who were very mean people. So they were cranky, they weren't very nice, and they were really judgmental. And I was like, well, obviously veganism isn't a vehicle to enlightenment, right? Because there's no compassion there for people who are not vegan or people who don't see the world the way that they see. So I kind of like changed, because I do believe that like that's an important thing to talk about in yoga, because if we're talking about yoga as being non-harming or non-violation, we have to kind of look at our actions and kind of see how our actions are affecting the world. Like, you know, what's happening in environmentalism, and are we treating the ecosystem in a way that's sustainable just simply based upon our consumption of an animal product, you know? And what we're finding is that there's so many people in the world, and their diets have changed so drastically over the past 100 years. You know, back before refrigeration, people did not eat meat 3-4 times a day. They just didn't. They didn't drink dairy products 3, 4, 5 times a day. It's our modern world that has allowed us to actually consume these products. And we're kind of killing ourselves. So I had showed this group of people this really terrific movie called Eating Ourselves to Extinction, which is nothing but scientists sitting there talking about environmentalism and how animal agriculture is affecting the environment. It's all statistics. There's no emotions. There's no like, oh, the poor animals. There's no PETA videos where they're showing like, them, chopping heads off of animals and all kinds of stuff like that. It's just statistics. And one person like wrote me back and said, I was really offended by the way you presented this. You were promoting thinness. You were promoting elitism. You were promoting a kind of spiritual advancement through veganism. I thought, well, everything that they heard me say is everything that I don't believe. So how in the world did he say is everything that I don't believe? So how in the world did they hear me say that? Right? And, my response is I thought, well, I'm going to defend myself and say, well, I didn't say that because it's not my language, but I'm going to start by apologizing for offending them and saying, I'm so sorry I offended you. I didn't mean to offend you, because if you took that away from what I was saying in this talk that I was giving, then there was some miscommunication, and I don't know where that happened, because everything you're saying, I actually don't believe. I don't believe that you can advance your spiritual practice by becoming a vegan. I don't believe that you can, actually, just because you're vegan, you're going to be healthier and thin, because if you're eating processed vegan food, it's crap, just like McDonald's. I actually don't believe that, you are, I think if you care about social issues, then you will look at how agriculture is affecting not only human beings but other beings too, through things like racism. The meat industry is racist. They don't put pig farms in rich white neighborhoods. They put them in poor black neighborhoods in the South. So what we find is whatever that was that happened, I can't determine what that lens that person is seeing that through. What history they have that triggered the reaction to the talk. So if I try to figure it out, then I'm just making a judgment call too, and I'm actually can only do something which is just to be as compassionate as I can and apologize. And try to say that, there is no conflict, because this is empty. We're seeing this through our projection, and my lens projection is different from your lens projection. And I can only give you facts, because facts are not an opinion. Facts are not subjective reality, right? So as we're practicing today, think about maybe situations and conflicts that have come up in your life where somebody maybe heard you say something that you didn't say. It wasn't even implied. And know that they were doing the best they can at that moment, because they are hearing it and seeing it through their lens at that moment. Fold up your chant books. Come to the top of your class. Sorry, that was a little babbly and long. Captive audience. And come stand at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain seat, big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Just bring the hands together in prayer. And like I said, set that intention for the practice today. Maybe to resolve conflict through miscommunication. And knowing that that other person was doing the best they could, and they were only seeing and hearing through their lens. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer. Extend the arms, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, folding over the straight legs, Uttanasana, press palms into floor blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, quadriceps lift. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step, jump, walk the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, rise up and extend your arms, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana Mountain Seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend. Exhale, folding over the straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana Mountain Seat. One more time. On your inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana Mountain Seat. Jiva Mukti Surya Namaskar. With straight legs, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat down, heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, look forward. Exhale, left foot next to right and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat onto the heels, lift knees up, downward dog. Inhale, lightly step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana Mountain Seat. Ashtanga Namaskar B. On your inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put your hands on the earth and then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Lift up into my hand a little. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1, 1 breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, step, walk, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now this time on the inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Now keep your left heel pointing toward the ceiling. So you're going to come into a lunge. On your inhale, lift your torso up with your arms alongside your ears in a high lunge. Yes, high lunge. Then exhale, bring your hands together in prayer at heart center, twist over to the right. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Keep pushing through your left leg. Post anterior chain of the left leg is active. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Bring the arms alongside the ears, a high lunge again. Then exhale, put your hands on the floor, frame your right foot. Then inhale, extend your right leg, move your back foot forward. About 8 to 10 inches till your heel is on the ground. Then inhale, lift your head and chest, pull your right hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over your extended right leg, Parvottanasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bend the right knee, step back, downward dog. Good. Just that simple. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Now keep your right heel up. Remember, we're going to come into a lunge. On your inhale, lift the torso up. Bring your arms alongside your ears. Find your steadiness. Then bring your hands together in prayer, twist over to the left. Right elbow on the outside left knee, but push through that right leg. Activate that posterior chain of the back leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the arms alongside the ears and high lunge, 1 breath. Then exhale, place your hands on the floor, frame your left foot. Then inhale, extend your left leg. Move your back foot in about halfway. Heel on the ground. Then lift the head and chest, keeping your hands on the floor. Pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Then exhale, fold forward. Parvottanasana, or extended flank seat. This is what that actually translates into. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Exhale, bend the left knee, step back, downward facing dog. All right. On your inhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach forward, place the right hand on the right shin. Lift the left arm up. Now, you did a lot of shoulder opening in the beginning, so if you want to bring your left arm behind you, you can do so in a half bind. Your choice. Half bind or no half bind. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, if you're in the half bind, lift your left arm up first. Then exhale, look down at your right foot. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Good. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior 2. Then inhale, reverse the warrior. Bring your left hand down your left thigh, look into your right palm. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale, David, bend your right knee more. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then on your inhale, extend your right leg, reverse triangle, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend your right knee, put your right hand outside your right foot on the floor or block. And then inhale, left arm reaches toward the center of the room, look into your left palm, extended angle. Inhale, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place your left hand down. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now we'll do the other side. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Right heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Then exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Then inhale, extend. Exhale, reach forward to the left hand on left shin. Right arm's going to lift up. And if you did so on the other side, you're just simply going to take your right arm behind you. I think the whole room ended up doing it, which was great. Or maybe like Jason didn't. Jason, you don't have to. Just stay there. It's an option. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, if you're in the half bind, on the inhale, lift the right arm up. Then exhale, look down at your left foot. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Good. Then exhale, bend your left knee. Then inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring your right hand down your right thigh. David, you're getting ahead of me, buddy. Exhale, 1. See where everybody else is? Reverse triangle. Reverse warrior. Exhale, 2. Inhale. He's anticipating. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your left leg, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend your left knee, left hand outside your left foot. And right arm's going to reach toward the center of the room, looking into the right palm, extended angle A. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, just gently place your right hand down and step back, downward facing dog. So I brought people who had their blocks in the back, I brought them to the front. You're going to need them for this next thing. On your inhale, step your right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Okay? Then exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Then inhale, extend your right leg, 1 breath. I always like doing that. And then exhale, bend your right knee, put your right hand on a block outside your right foot, even if you don't need a block. And I would use the block maybe on the first or second setting. I think the third setting's too high. Now, bring your left hand to your left hip. Now, as you bring your left hand to your left hip, pull your left hip back to the right. Look down at your right hand. Take the block, move the block forward about 8 to 12 inches. As you do that, your left foot's going to lift off the floor. Keep your hips stacked and your shoulders stacked. So don't let your left hip drop toward the earth. Then dorsal flex your left foot. So pull your toes toward your knee. Then lift your left arm up and look at your left thumb, Chandrasana, half moon. So you're pointing away, so pull the toes toward your hip. Exhale, 1. But don't drop the hip. Exhale, 2. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, place your left hand on a block on the floor. Yeah. And then notice how your left shoulder will drop. Now drop your left hip. So even off your hip, so closing the hip. Now put weight into your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm up and look over your right shoulder at your right thumb. Rotated half moon. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, place your right hand down. Look down at your hands. Now, come onto your fingertips. Notice how that lifts your shoulders up and moves your scapula toward each other. Now, find your balance in your foot. Reach your arms back alongside the body, warrior 3. Balance. Good. Inhale. Don't let all the fatigue set in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Just place your hands on the floor blocks. Soften your right knee and step back, downward facing dog. Yeah, there you go. Very easy. I know, it's like that thing. It's like it seems like it should be easy to do that, but it's really taxing. Right. Step the left foot forward, right heel down, come up, warrior 1. Then exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Then inhale, extend, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend, place the hand on a block outside your left foot. Now, take your right hand to your right hip. Try not to drop your right shoulder and your right hip. Now look down at your left hand. Start to move your left hand toward the center of the room with your block. Your right foot will just naturally lift off the floor. You'll put more weight in your left foot when you do that. But try not to drop your right shoulder and right hip. Then lift your right arm up, look over your right shoulder, and pull your right toes towards your right hip. Exhale, 1. So don't point away, pull towards you. Exhale, 2. David, point your toes toward the mirrors also. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now put your right hand on the floor block. You're going to drop your right shoulder. Now drop your right hip. Point your toes down toward the floor. Put more weight into your right hand. On your inhale, lift your left arm up and rotate and look over your left shoulder. Rotated half moon. Exhale, 1. Keep dorsal flexing the foot. Exhale, 2. The back foot. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now gently place your left hand down Okay, now come onto your fingertips. Lift your scapula toward the center of your back. Then reach your arms back toward the wall behind you. Balance on your left foot. Warrior 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Good. Better on this side. Exhale 2. Try to keep your torso parallel to the floor. Don't lift your shoulders. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Just gently place your hands down. Soften your left knee. Step your right foot back. Left foot back. Downward dog. Good for you. Good for you. On your inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Now exhale, push through your left heel. Put more weight into your right foot in your hands. On your inhale, lift your left leg up into the air, standing split. One more standing balance. Then exhale, fold forward. Good. This time your hands get to be on the floor. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest and bend your left knee open and stack your hip. So you don't have to have a closed hip anymore. Then exhale, bring your left knee outside your right foot and sit down like a curtsy. Adva Matsyendrasana. And then on the inhale, lift the left arm up. You can always extend the right leg. And exhale, twisting over to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Good run. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist. Then inhale, come back to center. And let's set up for Gomukhasana instead of ankle to knee. So you're going to bring your hands forward. You're going to lift your hips up and you're going to bring your right knee on top of your left. Your heels are going to be next to your hips. So you're kind of squeezing your legs together like a pair of scissors. If you need to, please set on 2 blocks, set on a block, whatever you need. So you props are totally terrific. And then we're going to do the shoulder bind because we did so much opening, right? So your right leg's on top, so that means your right arm's on top. Now I find that the hand behind my head is the one that's harder. So reach your right arm up. It may be different for you. Then reach over with your left hand, grab your right elbow, and work your hand down the center of your back, right? So that your right hand is in line with your spinal column. Then bring your left hand behind you and see if you can interlace your fingers. Now, if you can't, hold onto your shirt or hold onto a towel or hold onto your ponytail. That's fine too. Then lift your head and chest, and then exhale, fold forward and bring your chin out in front of your right knee, coming into a forward fold. And here again, keep thinking that you're squeezing your legs together. So I see what's going on right over here. So this foot's supposed to be over here. Left foot's over on the right, and right knee's on top. So it's reverse it. Yeah. Now bring the knees together. Squeeze the knees together and put your right foot up. Yeah, like there. And then we're going to set up higher. Watch. Set up higher. Yeah. Good. Then inhale, lift the head and chest and release the bind. Okay? And then gently just put your hands on the floor in front of you. Lift your hips. Move your blocks off to the side. Yep. Then just step, jump back, flick off your toes. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Now, put weight into your left foot in the hands. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the floor. Now exhale, fold forward over your standing left leg. I don't mind if you lift your right leg up. You don't have to have a closed hip anymore. You had a closed hip last time. Exhale 1. So you can press into your hands and lift your right foot higher. Exhale 2, but you're going to straighten the leg first. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now lift the head and chest and bend your right knee. Open and stack your hips. Yeah, even more opening up the hip. And then exhale, bring the knee to the outside of the left foot and sit down. Then once you've sat down, lift your right arm up, lengthen through the right, and then twist over to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Great. And then breathe, inhale. And exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 4. You don't have to go to chiropractor. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Come back to center. I always love it when that happens. And then counter twist. Yeah, well, it's resetting the spine. Come back to center. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bend both your knees. So you still want to keep your left leg on top. Left leg on top. And you're going to walk your hands forward, but you got to bring this heel back this way. So bend your knees. And then come onto your shins. Yeah, there you go. Now we're going to take the blocks and we're going to set on your blocks. So it's kind of like you're trying not... Think of yourself as squeezing the groin together like you're like trying to have to go to the bathroom. It's a brahmacharya, so there's this squeezing of the inner thighs. Then left arm lifts up, bend your left elbow. You can take your right hand to your left elbow and move your hand down your back. Then bring your right hand behind you and interlace the fingers. Use a towel if you need to. Hold onto your ponytail, hold onto your shirt. Lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold forward and bring your chin in front of your left knee this time. Go Mukasana, cow face. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Then lift up. Release your bind. Yeah. And just put your hands on the floor in front of you. Move your blocks, whatever props you have underneath. Then you can just flick off your toes, step, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, drop down to your knees. I know, man. Everybody's like wanting chaturanga for a moment. Drop down to your knees. Let's do a little headstand right in the middle of the practice today. You can go to the wall. You're at the wall, so if you want to go to the wall, please go to the wall. If you want to practice L-shaped handstand, you can also do that. So headstand, L-shaped handstand if you want to work a little bit on handstand, or even if you want to do forearm stand. Today would be a fine day to do forearm stand. So your choice. We're going to work on doing inversions for the next 5 minutes. So you can do a combination of headstand, handstands, and forearm stands. You know, I like when I do this, I'm like, I know everybody in the room. Yeah, I never do the whole your choice. Especially if I don't know people. Because you never know what they're going to do when you say, oh yeah, handstand. They're like, oh my God. But when you know everybody, you can... One time I was teaching class and I did that. And there was a couple in there that I didn't know. And they were together. This boy and this girl. And he was trying to get into a headstand, and she decided she was going to come over and tell him what to do. And as she walked over and leaned down to tell him what she thought he should do, he kicked her right in the nose. And there was blood that went everywhere. And I thought, okay, from now on, you never teach, unless you know everybody, you don't ever give these kind of options to okay, handstand, headstand, forearm stand, your choice. I was like, no, you gotta be more direct with this. You don't know people. So if you finish like one, then do it like a little bit of another one. You can come into you can face the wall and do a headstand. You can, you could work on your L-shaped handstand and lift one leg up into the air like a warrior three, like we did. That's a good way to kind of work on your warrior three. David, your handstand looks good there. One more time. You got it. Come on, come. There. Stay up. Push. And try to engage your quadriceps. Less glute. There. Good, everybody. And slowly start to come down. You can rest in child's seat. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. And then inhale, just lift up. And let's come and sit and extend the legs out in front of you. And flexing the feet, lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold forward, holding on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. Good. You can use belts, blocks, whatever you need. And breathe. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up. And exhale, hands by the hips. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Oh, and then open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Flex the left foot, twist the torso over the left leg. And exhale, fold forward, holding onto the left foot. Janu Shirshasana. David, notice how you're like kind of lifting this shoulder up more. So actually, that's where you're getting the stretch over here. Yeah, you can do all that. But you don't want to actually like kind of... And then on the inhale, lift the head and chest up. And then lift the right knee up. Step the right foot over your left leg. But then bring your right heel towards your left hip. Okay? And bring your right knee on top of the left knee. Right knee. So you're coming into a half Gomukhasana. No. Leg extends out. Left leg stays out. Half. So this foot's just going to come back and the knees are going to come together. There you go. You're going to kind of scissor your thighs together. Knee on top of knee. Left leg's going to be extended. Okay? Now, from here, you have a choice. You can take your right hand behind you and grab your left foot. Yeah. Or you can take a little towel or a belt, wrap it around your right foot, and then put the towel in your right hand, okay, or a belt. So here you'd want to use a belt. I'm going to put the belt around the ball of the right foot, and then I'm going to bring the right foot back a little bit, and I'm going to grab it with my right hand. Now you see, this is the stretch you've been meaning to feel. Then lift your head and chest, and exhale, reach out with your left hand, grab your left foot, and fold forward. Yeah. Good. And breathe. Oh, Dawn, I could have gotten that for you. Melody was able to. Melody's got long arms though. Good. And just kind of keep squeezing the thighs together. A little bit. It stretches the abductor on the outside of the leg, and it also like a little bit of that top of the hip that's hard to get. Then on the inhale, lift the head and chest up, release your right foot, lift your right knee up, give your right knee a little hug, and then extend your right leg out in front of you. Good. Bend the left knee into the chest, open up the left knee, left foot on inside of right thigh, Janu Shirshasana first. Then twist your torso over your right leg. Don't let your right leg go out to the side. And then exhale, fold forward over your right leg. So Tanika, bring your left knee out to the left and get your right foot in line with your right hip instead of straddling out. Yeah. Then on the inhale, lift the head and chest up. As you lift your left knee up, step your left foot over the right. Then bring your left heel toward the outside of your right hip. Okay? So you're coming and getting your knees together. Here again, a half go Mukhasana. Now, for those of you who need a prop, you're going to wrap the belt around the front or the top of the ball of the left foot. Then reach behind you with your left hand and grab the belt. Yeah. And then try to squeeze your knees a little closer and your thighs a little closer. Then lift your head and chest and exhale, fold forward, hold onto your right foot with your right hand. And keep trying to draw your knees toward each other. So people ask about lotus all the time. If lotus is hard for you, do this. Do the Go Mukhasana and do half Go Mukhasana. Because that's where the stretch is happening. Today's not Palm Sunday, is it? It was Ash Wednesday. I think there's some religious thing going on today. Huh? I know that Ash Wednesday was a few weeks ago. So is this carnival? Oh. Lift the head and chest, release your foot, lift your left knee up, and extend your left leg. Then bend both the knees, place the heels where the knees were. Feet, hands behind you about 6 to 8 inches, a little tabletop. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Then bring the chin and the chest, come down, then open up the knees, feet together, bring the heels a little closer to the pubic bone, then use your thumbs, open up the feet like a book, and exhale, fold forward, cobbler seat. And then lift the head and chest, lift the knees up, cross one ankle over the other, I don't care which one. Bring your hands in front of you, lift your hips up, your seat up, roll over your shin, step back to a plank. And then lower all the way down onto your abdomen. Locust is first. If you want to do locust with a half bind, please do so. You've been doing a lot of shoulder openers, so you can take your hands behind you in a fist. On your inhale, lift your head, chest, legs, and arms. Shalabhasana, your choice which variation. Exhale 1, inhale, good. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, gently come down, relax. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. As you grab the ankles, pull the navel toward the spine. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands, lift the knees as high as the shoulders. Dhanurasana, bow seat, exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release. Rock out the hips. Second time, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. And as you lift up, bring the knees high as the shoulders. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release the feet. Rock out the hip. Hands by the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. And now slide forward, cobra. And exhale, come down, roll over onto the back. Tickle the heels of the fingertips, feet hips width distance apart. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower the middle back. You can hold on to the yoga mat. You can hold on to your ankles. You can hold on to your fist. Half bridge. Then gently release the hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth a little bit if that would alleviate the lower back. Now you can stay in half bridge. You can experience upward bow by placing the hands next to the head. You can use the wall for upward bow. I don't mind. If you want to turn around and go to the wall and use blocks against the wall, you know me, I don't care. Place the hands next to the head on your inhale. Lift up. I'm always a big fan of props, using props. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin in the chest and come down. That looked good, Jason, though. It's getting better. Okay. Second one, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, lift back up. Exhale 1, or half bridge. Inhale. Exhale 2, good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. One more time. You want to grab my ankles? It'll make it easier.
Yeah, my lower back has been very tight recently.
Yeah. On your inhale, come up. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Push through me. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Little twist. Bring the knees over to the left. Extend the right arm out. Then come back to center, give the knees a little hug, twist to the other side. Come back to center, give the knees a little hug. Little happy baby too, maybe, especially with some tight hip flexors in here. So as you open up the knees, bring the knees on the outside of the rib cage. Hold on the outside of your feet. And then try to get your head down. And try to get your tailbone down by pulling your belly button toward your spine. And then pull your knees toward the outside of your rib cage. Yeah. So if you have tight hip flexors, then this is always a great one to do. Mainly because the floor, you know, it's the floor is really taking on the body's weight. Now a little reclining Upavishta Konasana. Grab your big toes and open up the legs to a straddle. Yeah. And here again, as you do that, try to keep your head on the floor. Try to keep your hips and your sacrum on the ground. Try not to do like a crunch. You're trying to lengthen here. Yeah. And then bring your knees together, give your knees a little hug. And then bring your forehead toward the knees and rock forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Come up to a seated position. From here, you have a couple of choices. You can bring legs up the wall in Viparina Karani. You can come into shoulder stand. Or you can come lay down in Goddess. So no inversion, half inversion, full inversion. Your choice. So the idea of allowing other people to see things from their point of view, it really will, you know, what we don't understand is when Patanjali tells us this is advising us on becoming aware of this, he's not telling it to us so that you don't hurt the other person's feelings. He's actually trying to protect you as a practitioner of yoga. He's trying to protect the sanctity and the kind of equanimity that you've created in your own mind. That's all he's doing. He's not saying to you, hey, yeah, you know, you're like going to do this so that you're going to go out there and kind of make the world a better place by like not having a conflict. He's saying, hey, look, have compassion for this person, have compassion for this being that you're having a conflict with, but realize that in the end you're doing this for your practice. Because if you are in ashanti with other beings or away from peace, then it's going to be very hard for you to have a consistent sadhana. And he goes on and he says, you know, that you're becoming aware of that will make the world a better place. That it will allow Dharma Magda to pour down from the heavens like rain, like rightful duty. It could be loosely translated into a kind of positive energy that everybody will experience through you because of your practice. There's a very different way of looking at it, instead of a very Western way where it's kind of like Western psychology, where it would be more like, oh, you know, see that your partner is not seeing this the same way you are, so you two can get along better. I mean, Patanjali may be actually saying to you, like, don't have the conflict with the other person and then let go of the person. Like, kind of move away from the conflict as much as possible so that you can protect your advancements that you've made in the practice. And that's what I did with that person I was telling you about. After I said I was so sorry, I said, you know, I said, I understand that, you know, I may not be the right teacher for you. So I let go. Instead of trying to convince that person that, oh, I understand your point of view. Now let's continue where we left off. It's like, no, I understand this may not be right at this time. About another minute. So if you got a little tired, maybe a little Mula Bandha activation. Flex the feet, let the toes come overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist, halasana. If you have legs up the wall, you can bend the knees and bring the feet together in a prayer position. Then if you're in halasana, you can bend the knees, bring the knees onto your forehead or on either side of your ears and hold on the back of your knee joint, Karnapidasana. Going a little deeper into a forward fold. And then place the hands on the floor and roll down one vertebrae at a time until your hips touch the floor. If you would like to experience Matsyasana and you have legs up the wall, just bring your knees together and roll to one side and come lay down on your back. If you were in shoulder stand, unfold your mat, move your blanket off to the side, lay down on your back. Then turn your palms to face upward, press into the elbows, puff up the chest, and come onto the top of the head, fish. And then press into the elbows, bring the chin to the chest, and come down. And let's set up for Shavasana, corpse seat. So from here, you can roll a blanket up and place a blanket underneath your knees. You can place a blanket on top of you if you're a little cool. And allow the breath now just to breathe the body. And relax at the pelvic floor, letting go of Mula Bandha. And let the body become heavy. Shavasana, corpse seat. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And gently draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then roll over to the right side. Just stay there for a second. And then pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up and come back up to a seated position for a meditation practice. So once you've found your seat, commit to that seat and find stillness. And close the eyes and allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi Pranayama, but there should be breath awareness for meditation. So as you inhale, watch the breath as it enters the body. And as you exhale, watch the breath as it leaves the body. And start to draw the senses inward, focusing the mind. And as you inhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. And then as you exhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. Inhaling Om and exhaling Om. Inhaling Om, exhaling Om. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together, bowing the head slightly. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May there be peace within myself, peace with those around me, but most of all, universal peace. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. If you're not doing anything at 5 o'clock, we're doing a Kundalini workshop. And we're going to focus on the Swadhisthana chakra, which is the chakra of creativity and sexuality. And it's with Ambika Devi, who's a friend of mine from Rishikesh. So check that out. I know we have little ants sometimes coming through here. I know. So I don't know. I don't know where they come in from the outside somehow. Yeah. I'm like, what are they looking for to eat? Because there's nothing in here to eat. Yeah. But they've been here for 10 years. Every spring, they show up. And I'm always like, I don't know what you're looking for. Because it's probably not in here. Good to be back.